Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy, back again early in the morning with Arsenal update, daily transfer news, daily Arsenal talk, and daily Arsenal news now live. We're gonna be speaking a couple of things in this show. And what I will do is I'm gonna try to cover all the stories around so that we can enter the Manchester City game. The build up and everything regards to that game. So we're gonna be talking about transfers as well as the Arsenal takeover this early morning, so that we can actually cover a much bigger ground. In regards to the Arsenal update. So we're gonna speak about the Arsenal takeover with reports suggesting that there are talks between the Qatar royal family. I was about to say family, with the Qatari royal family and the Kroenkes. They have the Qatari royal family has also admitted that this is something that is not going to be very easy. It's a deal that's going to take some time. It's a deal that will not be as easy as we do expect, but it could come through. And they are saying we should wait until the end of the season. I'm also going to talk about the fact that a number of Premier League clubs, around 14 Premier League clubs, do have to give their consent for us to have the takeover. We will discuss that. I will talk about Houssem Aouar in this in the video, in the live stream as well. An update on Houssem Aouar, an update on Yves Bissouma, and an update on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang going to Juve, which Fabrizio Romano says it's utterly nonsense. It's never going to happen. Juve are not interested in taking the man himself, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, to the Italian Serie A. So make sure you do smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, do all the good things. Obviously, if you love the content, make sure you do subscribe. If you love me as a person, give me a like and give the video and channel a like. Smash a like on the video. That really absolutely means a lot when it comes to helping the channel grow. So where do we begin? Where should we begin? I think definitely we should start off with the Arsenal, takeover. Arsenal takeover talks. The first report that that I've seen, claims that there are talks between the Qatari royal family. One of the brothers wants to buy Arsenal. Now, obviously, I did talk about the fact that one of them, who is Al Muhammad Thani, came out and, of course, Sheikh Al Mahdi Thani came out and said that the rest of the time is 7 months. Surely it is time to sell. And definitely, putting the Arsenal badge, putting the Arsenal logo on that tweet definitely meant that he was appealing to the Kroenkes that maybe it is time for you guys to sell, to sell the club and let things roll. Maybe it's time for you guys to let a capable source of power take over Arsenal. Because he definitely put it very clearly and said it is coming from bad to worse. It's actually getting worse and worse and worse. It definitely time for you to sell. Now the proposed takeover is 3 billion. As opposed to Daniel Ek's takeover, because for Daniel Ek, he had actually offered the Kroenkes around 1.9 billion to 2.1 billion. That is the estimation we have, that Daniel Ek wanted to buy Arsenal at around 2.1 billion. So his official offer was around 1.8 billion, but the Kroenkes actually decided not to sell. Now it is believed that the Qatari royal family want to buy Arsenal and make it one of the most expensive assets in UK or British football. That means one of the things they have to do is to buy it, and they will buy it at a very expensive price. So the 3 billion that is being proposed at the moment is not yet final. It's not yet final. We don't know whether the 3 billion will actually lure the Cronkies into selling, and that is where we are at the moment. We still have the Qataris wanting to buy. We have the Qataris who are interested in buying Arsenal, but again, we do not have the consent of the Cronkies. The Cronkies are still like, you know what? Fuck off. We are not selling this. We know how much this, we know how much money this project is gonna make, and we are not actually ready to sell. So I've been looking at one of the articles beautifully written by one of my favorite blogs, and we could actually take a look and see what they have written. So they're saying Arsenal could be the subject of another transfer effort, of another takeover effort in the coming months, with Qatari royal family claimed to be of interest in buying the club. The Gunners were the subject of an offer from Spotify owner Daniel Ake earlier this year, before the Cronkies opted to reject the offer and claimed to be serious in their bid to make a success, to make a success of their ownership. They're also saying that we've since seen our club outspend the rest of the division in this summer, although it remains to be seen whether our investments will bring us higher in the table or not. But the owners may now have to fend off interest from another cash-rich prospective owner who has a larger fortune than Manchester City's owners. Right. So they are saying that Qatar Sports Investments, Mohammed Saeed Al-Kabi, admitted that he has heard that there is interest in buying the club, posting on social media, as reported by the Daily Star, that I've received a lot of questions about buying Arsenal, and some were upset because I did not answer them. In fact, I do not have a definite information, but it is said that there is Qatari interest in buying the club during this year. But the process will not be easy. This, and God knows. He also said they're also saying that some have put two and two together after hearing of Qatari royal family members' last social media activity, also with two posts about the club regarding the rest of the time is 7 months, alongside with the crest of Arsenal's, while another tweet earlier in the day read, "It is time to sell. The situation is getting worse than bad." London Red. They're also saying that we still need the Kroenke family to get on board with selling the club. But fingers crossed the Qatari family make them an offer they cannot refuse. That is where we are standing at the moment. Definitely. That is where we are standing at the moment. I've spoken about it on a couple of occasions, that a takeover bid or a takeover of any club, whether it is QPR, whether it is Leeds, whether it is Brighton, however big or small the club is, it's never going to be in days. It's never going to be in months. It's never going to be in weeks or hours. It's going to take time. And it's a brilliant, that is very, very brilliant information that we've just got, that it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna be. It's really not going to be out of the blue that Arsenal buy this thing from the Qatar. That the Qataris buy from the Cronkies. It's not going to take hours. It's not going to take weeks. It's gonna take some time. But one of the tweets I've looked at this early morning, and I felt like, I needed to come live and discuss with you this matter. It's not 100% legit, but it has relevant information. Relevant information. So this is one of my my fellow people that I do follow on social media, and this is what she put out. She said, Qatari to me, my brother is talking to the Cronkies. Wait till the end of the season. If it was my dad, I would be president of Arsenal, but it is my brother doing the work. Now, this account is not an account of a journalist. Definitely. She is someone that I do respect a lot. By the way, she holds a lot of, Twitter spaces, especially, in regards to Arsenal. But the information that she actually puts out makes some sense to me. I don't know whether it makes any sense to anyone else, but it makes some sense to me. So she was talking to the brother of one of the royal families, of one of a part of the royal family, and what he said is, if my brother was to buy, if my dad was to buy Arsenal, I would definitely be president. But it seems like it is my brother that wants to buy Arsenal. So one or two things that we pick from this story is it is legit. Definitely, it is legit. It is legit. Arsenal. Sorry for that. I was recording. How come I was recording at the same time streaming? Hope it didn't affect my stream. Right. So sorry. I was recording. I didn't know I was. I don't know. I didn't know I was recording really. So I was recording at the same time streaming. I hope it didn't affect you guys. I'm so happy, but Cossy, I will be crazy happy if we wins Manchester City game. We will talk about the Manchester City game. Don't worry. We will talk about the Manchester City game. So, guys, let's put this into context. Let's now dive into the real takeover talk. One thing we have to know is now we can confirm that the interest is legit, and we can also confirm that it's true that Arsenal want that Qataris, the Qatar royal family, want to buy Arsenal from the Cronkies. The bit of the talks, the Qataris talking to the Cronkies and things like that. That could be much much less or much more true. Depends on how legit the source is. But what I can confirm is that the Qatar royal family wants to buy Arsenal. They want to buy Arsenal, and they have already come out and said, let us wait until the end of the season because they're gonna try to buy Arsenal this year. How exciting that is, because definitely I'm one of those people who want to see the Cronkies out. Definitely. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm one of those people who don't want to see the Cronkies anywhere close to Arsenal Football Club. And if it just happens and they leave just like that, the Qataris buy them, I'm absolutely going to be off them on. Now, one of the things I'm going to have to talk about in this one is I really received a lot of negative information and negative reactions from you people when I say that either Daniel Ek should buy or the Qatar royal family should buy. Whether Daniel Ek buys Arsenal or the Qataris, it means the same thing, cranky out, right? But what I was trying to say is, if we are bought by the Qatar royal family, we are getting richer. Reports suggesting that we could actually get richer than Manchester City. Brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. And nobody doesn't want their club to be richer than Manchester City, because that's what you want. You want your you want your club to get you want your club to get that that fame, be able to attract big players and big silverware. So maybe if the Qataris buy Arsenal, we can have a chance to win the Champions League. That at the moment we do not stand a chance to win. We do stand a chance to win the Premier League at the moment. A trophy that we do not stand a chance to win. So that is the beauty around it. That is absolutely the good thing around it. The Qataris buy us, we become a great club. That's it. But the couple of things that have to be done for the Qataris to buy us. One, and this one could be a real stumbling block. 14 out of the 20 Premier League clubs that are participating in the league right now have to vote in favor of the takeover. And I'm going to say that 14 out of the 20 Premier League clubs that are taking part in the Premier League now have to vote in favor of the Qatars in order to buy Arsenal. That means that if they object, if 7 clubs or more object to the idea of the Qataris buying Arsenal, the takeover will not happen. Now, this is what's going to happen. And this is me being a little bit speculative and trying to look forward, right? One thing we know for sure is, in the past decade, Arsenal has dropped a lot. And as we dropped, a couple of clubs have actually gone ahead of us, and many clubs have been raised to the same level as Arsenal. In that, I'm talking about West Ham. In that, I'm talking about Manchester City. In that, I'm talking about Leicester City, Aston Villa, Southampton, and a couple of other clubs. So this is what's going to happen. Manchester City know that if they want to dominate English football and therefore take the lion's share of revenue from the Premier League, they have to stay as the biggest brand. And how do you stay as the biggest brand? Definitely, you have to be, you have to be the most expensive brand. If the Qataris buy Arsenal, City know they're losing their fame, they're losing their position to Arsenal. They're never going to agree to that. The same with Manchester United, the same with Liverpool, the same with Tottenham Hotspur, the same with the same with Chelsea. Those are 5 clubs that I think will not agree because they want to be bigger than Arsenal. All their dreams, all they strive for is to be bigger than Arsenal. The other clubs that I think will not succumb to the idea of Arsenal being taken over in a massive investment are West Ham, Leicester, and Aston Villa. And the reason is quite clear. If West Ham definitely, West Ham definitely know is, what they know is Arsenal are their London rivals. If they get a massive investment, it's over for them. It's over. Their dreams of coming back to the top 4, their dreams of being back in the Champions League, European competitions like the UEFA Europa League, their dreams are actually reduced. Because trust me, many clubs want to see Arsenal where it is now. Many clubs, many people are happy to see Arsenal in the position it is now. And the reason is very clear, absolutely very clear. Whenever you have a club like Arsenal in the mud, there are many clubs that get ahead of it. Leicester City couldn't be, Leicester City shouldn't be in the Europa League. Arsenal should be there. But because Arsenal has been, mismanaged, misrun, negatively, invested in, that's why Leicester City are in the position. So it would be like telling Leicester, you know what? Sell your position off. Give your position away to Arsenal. Give your position away to Arsenal Football Club. It's never going to be that easy. And that's why, all the sources have said it is not going to be that easy. It's a transfer that's going to be, it needs to take a lot of time, and it will take a lot of time. And I also think it will take a lot of patience for us to get the takeover. Now, the question is, do I think the takeover will happen? These are billionaires. These are people who are business oriented. They're not thinking about buying Arsenal as fans. They're not thinking about buying Arsenal as people who have an affiliation to the club. So they literally do not have any affiliation to Arsenal Football Club. They are not Daniel Ek. In other words, they are not Daniel Ek. So if the Cronkies are willing to sell, the takeover will happen. Again, I'm so sorry, but it goes back to the Cronkies. How willing are they to let Project Arsenal go? Definitely, we know that they have invested 129 million in this summer. And we spoke about this, and we close to the end of the season, last season, and we said the Cronkies will invest, in the club because they know the project is falling. 4 billionaires three billionaires have actually tried now to buy Arsenal. And the reason as to why they're trying to buy Arsenal is that they see the project is a shambles. It is crumbling. Yesterday, I was watching Joaquin Correa at Inter Milan. An absolute disgrace to Arsenal. Absolute disgrace. Joaquin Correa, I had Inter Milan on my bet slip. I think it was, I had them to win, and they were 1-0 at half time. And I was like, damn it, I'm going to lose my money. It was very close because I was very close to winning it. And you know what happened is Inter Milan, of course, they did get an equalizer from Lautaro Martinez, another player we were linked with. Lautaro Martinez, what a super class performance yesterday. Pick up my lad. Again, Joaquin Correa coming off the bench. The guy signed, days back, not weeks, but days back, and he got a brace. And I don't know, but I don't know what my reaction should have been, because I had won money, on my bet slip. But I know deep down that instead of buying all the crap that we bought, we could have brought in players like Joaquin Correa, and they would have made an impact. 27 years of age, great bowler and footballer. So the Cronkies know that the project Arsenal is failing and it is crumbling, and that's why they have given Mikel Arteta 5 games. They know they do not have a lot of time. They absolutely don't have it. So, it remains to be seen whether the Cronkies are actually going to sell Project Arsenal, or they're not going to sell. Because if they do sell, everybody's going to be happy, apart from them, definitely. But I don't think they're going to sell that easily. Definitely. They're not going to sell that easily. We've spoken about it. The Cronkies know this is a garden that you get fruits without adding fertilizers. And it's the Arsenal should be the most fertile garden in the world. The gift that keeps giving. We are a gift machine to the Cronkies, to our opponents. We're a gift machine. So they know you don't just wake up and sell Arsenal like, I'm walking away, we're selling Arsenal. It doesn't happen like that. It absolutely doesn't happen like that. It's gonna be like Arsenal wait and wait and wait until the Cronkies feel like, yes, it is time to go. So it's gonna take time. The reports are suggesting that maybe by the end of the season, we could have something. I'm still waiting for that. I'm eagerly still waiting for that to see whether Arsenal can actually have something out of this possible Arsenal takeover. Make sure you do smash a like on the video. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Do smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. It really means a lot, by the way, when you guys get in your predictions. And of course, thoughts. Sao says it would be great. I'm so happy for this. That's according to Ba. I'm so happy for this. That's according to Olade as well. Morning to you, Anu. Hope you're doing well. Abbas says, good morning, Cossy. My name is Abbas from Sierra Leone. How about the transfer of Aouar and Madison to Arsenal? We'll be diving into transfers very, very soon. I'm going to be diving into transfers, don't worry about that. I'm happy for this. That's according to Jennifer. I'm happy for this information, Cossy. That's according to Abbas. Hey, how are you doing for today? Hope you're doing well, Conte. Promise, much love to you as well. Kay says, hello, Cossy. How are you doing this morning? I'm happy for this news. Kay from Sierra Leone. Gilbert says, I'm so happy, but Cossy, I'll be crazy if Arsenal wins the Manchester City game. Definitely everybody will be happy and crazy. Hi, Cossy. May I know whether Arsenal is going to buy a good CM like Alex Song in the remaining days? Why not? Why don't you give me just two more minutes, and then we dive into transfers? We will win this game today. Brilliant. Sunday Charles, my man. We need we need serious owners. Cossy, this is good news for us. We need a serious owner. That's according to Abbas. Douglas says, is Housem Aouar coming? Like I said, I'm gonna discuss the Housem Aouar deal in the next minutes. Thank you, Cossy, for the good job. God bless you, my man. Abbas from Sierra Leone. God bless you too, my bro. Thanks for the live. Gilbert Amidu says, it will be wonderful if we get a rich man, put much money while joining champions and take trophy directly in the same season. Thank you, Gilbert. Lauren says, Cossy, we will win today's game if Arteta starts with Alexander Lacazette. Because Laka can hold the ball and can disturb Manchester defense line with his personal ability. Yasin says, hey, Cossy, bro, I can't wait to see that happen. Nobody can wait, bro. Hey, Cossy, so happy that I can watch your shows again. Missed to see you every day. Missed your shows much, bro. Thank you so much. Love you. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you so much, Angel. I hope you're doing well, Angel. Hope you're doing well. I'm just waiting for that to happen, bro. Good morning to you, Emma. Someone is giving us hearts and stars. That's according to Thomas. That's Thomas. Because they spend all the money in PSG. Will they take Haaland to PSG? It Arsenal, of course. PSG. It's according to Kuna Matata. It's a little bit debatable. They could invest in us. I don't know. Hello, Cossy. How are you doing, Bishop? How are you doing this early morning? Will it happen? Selling Arsenal. This is going to be share. I'm not really sure. We need to. We really need to wait and see what the Cronkies do think about selling the club as well. Hi, Cossy. Big up to you, Vincent, as well. Hope you're absolutely doing very, very well. All right. So part 2 of the video. We're gonna be diving into, Arsenal transfers right about now. That is all about the takeover. That's all about the takeover. I'll take in more questions and comments from you about the Arsenal takeover. But at the moment, that is it about the Arsenal takeover. Arsenal could be taken over by the Royal Qataris. The Qatar, we know what we know about Qatar is they have absolutely destroyed French football with money, buying Messi, buying Neymar, buying Kylian Mbappe. Did you know that Mbappe is close to 180 million? Like the transfer of Mbappe from Monaco to PSG is close to 180 million. They brought in Messi, the most expensive free agent in the world. They have Neymar dos Santos Jr., one of the most expensive players in the world. They have also brought in players like Achraf Hakimi, one of the most expensive defenders in the world. There are players like Donnarumma on a free. They have brought in. Why I would love the Qataris, is their management, because there's no reason as Arsenal Football Club, there's no reason as why you don't try to get Gigi Donnarumma on a free. There's no reason. We never tried, but we should have tried. You should have said no. There's no reason. We bought Aaron Ramsdale for 24 million, and Donnarumma was there. Give it a try. And the reason as why I would love to have a change of ownership is whenever you run well, your club attracts players. Because definitely, if we were at this, at the level of Chelsea right now, we would be able to attract the Gigi Donnarumma. We would get the likes of Memphis Depay on a free, but Depay cannot choose Arsenal. Donnarumma cannot choose Arsenal, and that's the reason as to why I would definitely want the Cronkies to humbly leave the stage. But away from that, let's try to dive into the transfers. I talked much about the takeover, so let's go into transfers. And where do we begin? Let's start off with Houssem Aouar and the transfer that is bound to Arsenal to make. Now, what is happening with Houssem Aouar is very, very clear. It's very, very clear. This is a transfer that Arsenal can make if they want. And I'll say it again. This is a transfer that can happen. Arsenal can make it if they want. So the latest information we have, I would love to share I would love to share my window with you. Definitely, that would make a lot of sense. And this is from the Guna Extra, exactly. This is from the Guna Extra, and they are saying Arsenal is definitely now the most likely destination for Houssem Aouar. Arsenal know the player wants to join and will make a decision this weekend whether to sign him or not. There we go. There we go. Arsenal is the most likely destination for Houssem. Arsenal know the player wants to join and will make a decision this weekend whether to sign him or not. So it is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. The deadline day comes on Tuesday. That is the last time. That is the last time we will be talking about Houssem Aouar to Arsenal. It's the last chance we will have to either get Houssem Aouar or leave the transfer. But the Good Extra is saying the most likely destination of Houssem Aouar is Arsenal. And the reason as to why that that kind of information is actually coming out is very simple and clear. Spurs are the second club that want Houssem Aouar. However, it looks like Spurs do not have genuine interest. Spurs do not have the player at the heart of their transfer policy. They do not want to get him as their first priority. Actually, more reports coming out from Spurs indicate that Spurs are more interested in getting in Moriba, the wonder kid from Barcelona. Moriba, that is the player they want, and of course I've seen the likes of Sal. Is it called Pepe Sal or Papa Sal? Again joining Spurs, and then Moriba also in advanced talks reportedly with Spurs. So with now Spurs not sure or definitely out of the picture, it looks like Arsenal do have the priority to take on Houssem Aouar. And that is what is interesting now. That is what is very interesting. Because what is happening is definitely Arsenal having the ball in their hands and in their court. What I would love to see, I don't know how many people would love to see this, but what I would love to see is Houssem Aouar joining Arsenal, not on Monday, but on deadline day. That would be a banger. That would be an absolute banger, and it'll be flying in the air like we did it. Look, I don't think Houssem Aouar makes this transfer window 8 out of 10. He definitely doesn't make it even 6 out of 10 for me. No, if we bought Houssem Aouar, I would raise the window to 4.5 out of 10 because I think it is shit. It's we've done absolutely poorly in this window. The likes of Kolasinac are here, the likes of Bellerin are here, the likes of Jacques are staying, and I've not seen maturity in our transfers. So it's absolute shit. It's absolute shit. I'll definitely rate it out of 10, 4.5. If we brought in Houssem Aouar. Without Houssem Aouar, 3 out of 10. Definitely. And I'll do my rankings later. I'll do my rankings later, when the window closes. But one thing I want to say with Arsenal and the Houssem Aouar situation is this would be a club statement to the likes of City, to the likes of Manchester United, and the likes of Chelsea. Not a statement that, hey, we are here to challenge you for the title. Not definitely. But I think it would be a statement that, look, you're bought in Ronaldo because United bought Ronaldo in 3 hours. Come on, lads. Come on, Arsenal. You've got to do better than that. Those lads bought in Ronaldo in less than 5 hours. They announced him. I'm sorry. They made contact. They talked to the agent. They talked to Juve. They talked to the player. They signed the contract and fucking announced him as a Manchester United player in less than 5 hours. That is what a big club does. That is what you call a statement signing. So with Houssem Aouar, Arsenal is just trying to elevate to the, because I don't understand why we don't buy Aouar. I don't get it. The player wants to join Arsenal. He is in the profile of players we want to sign. Houssem Aouar is in that profile. He's 24 years of age. Less than 25. Brilliant, brilliant skill set. He's got the skill set better than any Arsenal player in that midfield, maybe apart from Martin Odegaard, or probably at the same level. So I think, it only makes sense if we go for Houssem Aouar. Definitely, it only makes sense. But I want it at deadline day. That should be my deadline day packet, because I've done so many stories. So I would love it at deadline day, and I definitely think Arsenal will try to get Houssem Aouar. It will depend on how fast we can get the deal done, and maybe do Arsenal really need to get that deal done and things like that. But I think it might happen on deadline day. It might happen. Let's keep a very close eye on Aouar, because Fabrizio said keep an eye on Houssem Aouar. That one could be imminent. So we are keeping an eye very close. And now with Spurs out of the picture, we are having a laugh. We are absolutely having a laugh. With Spurs out of the picture, you don't tell me Arsenal and Arsenal not interested anymore. It won't make sense. It won't make sense. Make the midfield better. Get Houssem Aouar. And the good thing, the advantage we have with that deal is I've had Jean-Michel Aulas desperate. He wants to sell him. He wants him out. He's like, Houssem Aouar, get out of this football club. Lyon are struggling to make sales. Definitely, they're going to get some money out of selling Maxwell Cornet. They're not getting any money for selling, for the transfer of Memphis. They're not getting any money for selling Memphis Depay. So actually, it was a free transfer, so they're not selling. They're not getting any money out of that. So definitely, they want to add some more money in the bank. They have already announced close to 40 million losses in the last financial year. They would want to make it better. They would want to have a better transfer, a better financial statement. And I think they will sell. They will sell. Because what is interesting is that they want to kick him out to an extent that they will agree to let the player go even on a loan deal. How easier should the deal be? Definitely. How easier do we want that deal to be? The player is available. The player wants to join us, and now he's available on a loan deal. Come on, Arsenal. If you don't do this, if you don't want to buy Aouar, for such a bargain, forget about it. Yeah, there's one thing I love on TikTok. If I don't know how to say it, but I really do. It really makes me laugh. You get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Because that's it. That's it. I mean, you wanted the player last summer. The player was 65 million pounds. You couldn't afford the player, right? We understand that. This summer, the player is 24 million euros. That is less than. That is less than 21 million pounds. So you could get Houssem Aouar for 21 million pounds. It's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer, Arsenal. Come on, do that one and let's move on. Come on, Arsenal, do that and let's move on. We don't have time to waste. And which is why my heart melts is, I just think if we got Houssem Aouar and Joaquin Correa, that is Houssem Aouar. Let's say Houssem Aouar is 30 million euros and Joaquin Correa 35 million euros. That is 65 million euros. Come on, Arsenal. 65 million euros. That is a complete midfield done. I'm still mad that we didn't get Joaquin Correa. I'm absolutely still mad. And now Houssem Aouar, I would be absolutely disgusted and disappointed. So with Houssem Aouar, Arsenal look like the most, the closest, we look like the closest destination for the player. And I hope we can actually get the deal done, because that's what we want to happen. I hope we can get that deal done. Arsenal News Live, early in the morning with Cossy. Do smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. We are very, very close to getting to 33,000 subscribers, and the like button is not yet smashed, people. Let's get them to 100 likes. Let's smash the like button to 100 likes. 177 people watching. That is brilliant. That's really, really brilliant. Make sure we smash the like button to at least 100 likes. Where are we? We are at 64 likes. That is very, very brilliant. So let's get them to 100 likes right about now. Now, the other transfers I would love to talk about on this transfer, on this show, is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Yves Bissouma. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Let's start off with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Let's start off with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang because Juve have apparently shown interest in signing my captain and saying we want to sign him, and we told them fuck off. No, absolutely, we are not interested in that crap. Not interested. Personally, I'm not interested. Personally, we are not interested. Personally, I'm not interested in their crap. Right. So the last one on Hasemuwa was from Fabrizio, who said that Arsenal was offered was offered to Arsenal, but the club haven't responded yet. Let's see if Arsenal go for a bid in the coming few days. Tottenham not interested as of now. Right. So now we know. Now we know where we stand off with now we know where we stand off with Hausem Uwa. But I'd love us to talk about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang just in a minute, because there have also been talks and that have been actually washed away by my man Fabrizio. And that's it. Fabrizio saying Juventus have no interest in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. No contact or talks as of now. Now, the story was, and it was a little bit ridiculous for me. It was a little bit ridiculous. But the story was that Arsenal were interested, Juve were interested in getting in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on a permanent deal to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, we know Ronaldo has made his switch, and he has made his move to Manchester United. Teammate, that was one of the worst transfers I could ever have in my life. I was sitting in my chair and it's like, okay, tell me it's not true. But it was true. Ronaldo goes to Manchester United. You know. But okay, Romano says Juve are not interested in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and that means Aubameyang will be staying at Arsenal Football Club. That really means a lot. That really makes a lot of sense for me, because I've already said he's our best goal scorer, and I wouldn't want to risk losing him. I would absolutely never want to lose Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I always think I've always thought Aubameyang might bounce back. Let's see this season if he can bounce back, because I think he can. Definitely. I think he can actually bounce back. So let's see if he can bounce back this season, but he's not for sale. Now, with Yves Bissouma, stories, Liverpool and Arsenal, stories linking us to Yves Bissouma are not dead. And I'm going to say this frankly. The stories are not dead. There are more talks. There is more speculation around the idea of Yves Bissouma still having the possibility and opportunity to join Arsenal. However, there is nothing concrete at the moment, and there is nothing close. Liverpool are interested in taking him, in taking him at the Anfield, and Arsenal are also still interested in taking him at the Emirates Stadium. However, at the moment, we do not have anything concrete when it comes to Arsenal buying Yves Bissouma, unless otherwise, right? unless otherwise. So guys, that's the morning. That is the morning update. Unless of course, I have to look at your thoughts and see what you people are saying in the chat. Definitely have to, because some of you will be like, look at Cossy, he's logging off, without reading my comment. So I need to look at some of your comments and see. Kennedy, you're telling me that Cossy, what I know is that that even if Qatari is unknown as the fans, neither do they consider business. Neither do they consider business. I think they are after trophies, and that is what Arsenal lacks. So I say yes to Qatari. All right, thank you so much, Kennedy. Brilliant, very, very brilliant. Let every team be happy, but in the short time, we shall be happier, and happiest to them. That's according to Gilbert. Cossy, if his brother owns PSG, he cannot buy Arsenal. It's against the rules in the Premier League. This is according to Hakana Matata. Okay, we'll see about that. I'll try to get more information, and we'll see about that. Peter says, are you against these guys from buying this club? Are you happy with the present condition we are in, Cossy? Let's pray that the Qataris buy the club and turn it into a better club. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I can never support the Cronkies. I can never support the Cronkies. I can never support the Cronkies. I've not said I would love to keep the Cronkies. I'm not against the Qataris. My humble request is, if the Qataris are coming in and Daniel Ek is coming in, I would sell to Daniel Ek, because he has the best interests of the club. He might not be able to spend billions like the Qataris, but he will spend money to buy decent players, and the club will be run well. That is all I meant. I'm not against, I'm not against them, definitely. I'm not really, against them. Not against them. Okay. Samuel says, we'll ask no sign and we've talked about that. Oscar, just put a full stop there. Yusuf says, I wish the deal gets done. Courses, I personally feel we may not make any signings again. These guys are not ready to spend. I hope they give the club to those who are ready to improve the current situation. Okay, indeed, you are you are a very you are very African. Well done. Believe in the youths. This is going to carry. Okay, the first one, the first part of your comment doesn't really speak to me, but well, I'll take the well done part, and thank you so much for appreciating. Okay, hi Cossy. I personally have no doubt with Arsenal signing a what. Good day, bro. Thank you so much, Yero. Have to quality show. Gonna have to quality show. I'll speak to you, during the match build.